Okay.
I'm Storrs Olds, and I have lived in Monterey a significant part of my life.
And I'm Shirley Olds, and I've lived in Monterey the last 32 years.
Great.
And the joyful time of our lives.
Wonderful. So, Storrs, would you like to go back in time?
Well, I came to Monterey because at the age of 13, I did whatever my parents did. And in 1943, they moved to Monterey, to Gould Farm specifically, where my father took a job. He worked there for several years. And so, being a 13-year-old member of the family, I came with him.
Them.
With them, yes. My mother was part of that.
And what was your life like in Monterey as a teenager?
Actually, at that time, I had very little to do with the town of Monterey. At the age of 13, my greatest contact with Monterey was walking to the roadside store that was run by a brother of the farmer who lived right near roadside and probably owns the land for roadside.
What was their name? Eno?
Eno, yes. And here was a smoking owner, operator of a one-man store, roadside store. And as somebody living at Gould Farm, this was an opportunity to get out into the world of Monterey. Barely out into the world.
Where did you go to school?
I went 1 year to school in Monterey. Prior to that, I went to school in eastern Connecticut. But this 1 year of school in Monterey was in the one-room school. I should know the name of it, but I can't think of the name of it.
Corishire?
Yes, it would have been Corishire School. And where there was one teacher, there were two of us in 8th grade. There were probably 10 others who were in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. And it seemed rather obvious that the two boys who were in 8th grade were there to assist the teacher, such as walking across the road with a bucket and dropping the bucket down in a well to get drinking water for the day, things like that.
And then where did you go to school the next year?
After 8th grade, went to Cyril's High School for a year, and then went to private school in southern Vermont for a year, and then came back to Great Barrington to finish high school.
Oh. And then where did you go?
I went to, with some time off from school, working out arrangements and so on, I went to Earlham College in Indiana, Richmond, Indiana, where I spent a couple of years, dropped out, came back to Massachusetts, and I had to find my place in time. But I went to the university, lived for a time back in Mansfield or Storrs, Connecticut. My name is Storrs, but not after the town.
Oh.
The town and I got our name from the same place, from family. And I finished college at the University of Connecticut.
And then, what was next for you, and when did you meet Shirley?
Well, where were you born?
Me?
Yes.
I was born in eastern Connecticut. My family was living in basically the same town that Storrs, Connecticut is in. And so that's where I started life.
Well, you were born in Hartford.
I was born technically in Hartford, yes.
In the hospital. And that was the first child his mother had ever had in a hospital.
Wow.
But I was the last of 3 children.
Right.
So, when did you guys meet?
Oh,
Well,
at Earlham. We met at Earlham.
Earlham College,
Right.
yes.
Which was a Quaker school.
yes.
And I was very glad that we both went to that school. It had a real strong influence on our values. And each of our children 2 of them graduated there, and one of them spent time there. And we're very pleased that happened.
And
For
where did,
them too.
where did you come from?
Oh, I was born in Albany, and I grew up in Yonkers, New York, and I guess then I married Storrs as I graduated, and then I don't know what we did.
Did you both go to Earlham because your families were Quaker?
I didn't.
Neither family was Quaker.
No. My father said I wouldn't want to go there, but I did.
Her father saw the catalog of the college with sort of antique Quaker image on the cover. And he was, I think, quite dissatisfied with what
Right.
his daughter was anticipating.
But I think they changed their minds because while I was there, the first term I was there, I got a lead part in a play, and they came out to see me, and I think they decided this is okay. And that was nice.
And did both of you feel drawn to being Quakers from your experience
Right.
at Earlham?
Right,
Yes.
right. And I feel that has affected the lives of our children too. Even though they don't go. There's that core value in them.
Yeah. So the 2 of you got married right out of college,
Right.
and then what happened?
Oh. Was there a war on?
Not at that moment, not in terms of us, I think. But we went to Vermont for a summer of doing Bible
Bible workshops or something like
yes.
that. And we worked with children. And I loved Vermont. Still do.
What part of Vermont?
But
Where in Vermont?
Westford, Vermont, up near Burlington, or north of Burlington.
Although we started in the middle of Vermont, near Granville,
Right.
and then in the fall went to northern Vermont and spent a year there. And then went to southern Connecticut
Right.
and spent a couple of years in southern Connecticut.
Doing alternative service.
Yes.
Do you know what alternative service is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had told service that I was not interested in being a part of the war, and they didn't particularly like that, and so I ended up serving a prison term because I refused to go into the military service. I refused to participate with their system, and so I ended up in prison for a very short period of time, 3 months, and then other experiences outside of.
Right. About his experience in prison, the judge that he had a trial, and the minister of Monterey drove us to Boston where it was held, and the judge that sentenced him knew of the American Friends Service Committee, and I think that's why the sentence was short. He felt that Storrs should suffer for or deal with the consequences of his choices, but he gave a very short sentence. Most of the young people at that time who took a stand like Storrs served 2 years. So that was the history of the Storrs situation.
Which war are we talking about?
What?
Which,
Oh, the Korean War, wasn't it?
Yes, Korean War. The minister of Monterey at that time was Raymond Ward, who was a friend of the family as well.
So
Actually, they were at Gould Farm too.
Yes.
At the same time, Storrs and his family were.
So when when you were sent to prison, you were not living in Monterey, were you?
My parents were.
Were still there,
Yes,
Oh.
but I was off to college,
right?
and so
So that's the connection, that your parents were still in friends with Reverend Ward.
yes,
Of course.
And they had worked at Gould Farm for several years, and then moved a couple of miles away from Gould Farm onto Blue Hill Road and built a house right there, which I was a participant in the construction of the house.
And where was it in relation to the house that you lived in Monterey on Blue Hill? The Ward's house and your house?
Oh,
No,
We-
no. The Wards were central to Monterey. Lived right beside the firehouse in Monterey.
Where the Shaws live now?
no. Where their daughter lives,
Oh.
Sally Ward Pullen and Steve Pullen.
Oh yeah.
That was their home.
Okay. That's great. That's a good connection. So after prison,
After prison, yes, I took a job in Vermont, central Vermont, as a minister.
Lay minister.
Lay minister, very definitely lay minister. Excuse me, it wasn't central Vermont, it was northern Vermont. And that lasted, I think, a year or so. And we moved then to southern Connecticut, where I did some alternative service for the military, which was not milking cows, but working on farms, going to farms where I weighed the milk and took a sample of the milk and ran tests on the milk for production records. So we had a number of different experiences.
Right. Oh, yeah. And then you taught school.
Worked in a factory and finished my college degree, and then taught school in central Connecticut.
Right. And then left that school, and he ran a private Quaker school for 4 years.
Where was that?
That was in Ringe, New Hampshire. It was called the Meeting School. Have you heard of it? Oh,
Yeah. You know, I went to Oakwood.
what?
I went to Oakwood.
Oh, you did?
We did not know that.
No. And from there, we came here because Storrs' parents were elderly and needed our help. And so they were living in their little home, but they also had a building on the property, which Storrs' father called the shop. And we moved in there. It had a kitchen and a big room, and we had our clothes in a shed, and we built on. And it turned into a wonderful place for family gatherings. We had our son living in the other house for a while, and we in the house we built onto, and Storrs did the building on. And have you heard who bought it? Have you heard who bought our house?
No.
Liz and Virgil Stucker from Gould Farm.
Oh, nice.
And they love it, which is a blessing to
Yeah.
have somebody love it. And this book, our daughter-in-law, Anson's wife, put together of many happy times in that house. It's just an adorable book with all the grandchildren and all of us together.
You want to
And each one wrote.
hold it up for me?
Everybody wrote about it. An experience they had there. So it's a precious time. And maybe you could show the picture of the house.
Yes, this is a picture of the house that we lived in Monterey, across the yard from my parents. And I did much of the work on the house, but not all of it. We lived there, I'm not sure how many
32 years.
32 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could not have said that.
So when you came back to Monterey,
Okay.
1982?
Yeah, 1982. And what did you join? What committee was it? Land Trust.
Oh yes, I was a member of the Monterey Land Trust for several years, just one of the local members of that. And that was the closest involvement I think I had with the town of Monterey. The village and life of Monterey was the land trust, which was trying to develop more of the lands, the open lands and free lands of Monterey. I'm sure I'm not expressing that correctly, but
Was Bob Terriot?
Bob Terriot was a member early on when I first got onto it, and then I don't think he was there a long time while I was a member.
Right. Was Lou Sheffy there?
Yes, Lou was there to some extent, and his wife was very much involved in the land trust.
Joyce.
Joyce, yes, thank you. And obviously a number of other people in Monterey worked together on the land trust.
Is that
And you used to help build trails on the properties.
That was one thing, yes.
was that when Bob Terriot gave land to Gould Farm, or was that later?
That I don't know. I do not know.
There's quite a number of acres of land that
He did?
That he gave to Gould Farm.
Yep.
He certainly was living right nearby. Yes.
Yeah. And what was your life like in Monterey?
Well, Edith Wilson designed the addition to this little building we moved into. And that's how we got to know Edith Wilson. And I had visited her home. And we met Marjorie. And when I found out that her house might be sold, and that I think they had different committees, maybe 2 committees that were going to do something with the house, but summer people were on it, and they go home and nothing really happened. And so when I realized how close it was to going, I said to Jidge, what can we do? And that was also Cynthia Weber too. And the 3 of us met, and we went to Joe and asked him if he would join us. And we asked Sue Salou if she would join, and we asked Evelyn Valianos, and we met with Clark and Green to see what could be done, and we did a lot of meeting, and the meetings were held at our house around our dining room table, and so that must have gone on for about 7 years that we met. And then some remarkable people came on the committee after I left and Jidge left, and things are happening, and I'm as pleased as can be.
Yeah.
And for a while, it just looked like it wouldn't happen, but it's going to. I know it is now.
Do you remember what seemed to be the argument for not keeping the house and the property? Do you remember? The townspeople seemed fairly divided.
Yes, they were divided, but I didn't know many people that didn't want to keep it. And Edith had done a lot for the town, so there was a real feeling for wanting to do what she had hoped, and that was that we have a community center. And the town doesn't own many buildings. Here we were given 28 acres and this building. Why would we let it go? There are towns that have to buy things to make us a community center. And here we had it given, and so we just sort of disregarded the people that were against it and kept moving forward. And then people like you and Mike
Banner.
And I don't know who else is on, but it's moving ahead and it's great.
It's almost there.
What?
We're almost there.
They're almost there, yes.
It's still a bit more that needs to, a bit more funding, but
Right.
we're so close, and it's going to be just absolutely beautiful.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So you're going to come?
I'll come to whatever there is. In fact, we drove by it the other day with relatives of ours and showed how far it had come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
But it was a privilege to do things for Monterey. I enjoyed the people I met. There's so many. Oh, we used to go to Sandusfield to hear speakers. They have some excellent, intelligent speakers. And we would go to listen to them. And one time, we sat with June Keener Wink from Sandusfield. And I said, I think the people from Sandusfield are very bright. And what she said was, that may be true, but people from Monterey are very spiritual. That's what she said. And June Keener Wink was the wife of Walter Wink, a theologian, famous theologian.
So shortly after you moved back to, came to Monterey, were you in connection with Bonner's father?
Oh,
Bonner's father?
we moved to take care of Storrs' parents because they were elderly, and we until they died, we took care of them, and that was good. We got to know. We'd always attended a friend's meeting, and so we called together like-minded people, and one of them was David McAllister and Susan McAllister, and I can't think of other people, but we started a meeting, and now there's that meeting flourishing. So
When you say we started a meeting,
No.
it was not just
us, it was
the two of us, it was a group of local people.
right,
David McAllister being one of them.
but one of the major,
Yes.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So Bonner, I saw Bonner recently, and she's still part of the yearly meeting, although she's not part of the...
right, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. So that was 1984 was when...
That was 1984.
And that's been very, very wonderful for all the communities.
Right, and different people meet there,
Yes,
and as you know.
yes.
Um,
It's a very special
Right.
place.
um,
And
can we
so,
mention our children?
sure.
We have a son, Tom, who is at Duke, and he also leads groups into the Rocky Mountains, and he's very interested in plants and how they protect themselves. And he's also interested in rice and food security. And then we had a son, Anson, who was very famous around here. He was a singer. And he eventually became a teacher at Mount Everett. And that was good. We lost him. And we lost him.
Yeah, it wasn't very long ago either.
No, it was almost 4 years ago. And then we have a daughter who lives just right beyond there. What separates us is the laundry. There's the laundry right behind that door, and then there's another door. And our daughter has, and her very talented husband, has made this little apartment for us.
Oh, lovely.
And is working on making more for them. But
Yeah, we came here because they were they have made it possible to have this space rather than to stay in Monterey where we were isolated. And we were getting older, and we needed some closer connection to family.
Yeah.
And she's an adjustment counselor at Muddy Brook. But they always love to come to Monterey, visit their grandparents who fed the birds from their hands. And so the connection with Monterey has been since they were children.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of coming and going. Eric Pedersen
Yes?
is leaving.
Oh, is he?
He's putting the family house up for sale.
Oh, where's he going?
Ecuador.
Ecuador. There must be some reason.
Yeah. Community.
Community?
He felt
What kind of community?
he and Deborah feel that the lifestyle and they were very warmly received down in Ecuador, and he just came back and said he's putting the house on the market.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Yeah, he's fourth generation. He's leaving.
From here.
He's fourth generation Monterey.
Yeah.
He's leaving.
Right.
Joyce's, Lou passed away. The farm is up for sale. The kids couldn't agree, and so it's up for sale. And so Joyce is now in Great Barrington. And then we have a wave of second homeowners who are now coming to retire. And it's aging. The community's aging.
Aging,
We're not
yeah.
getting young people.
We're not getting young people. That may be because it costs so much money to live there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, it doesn't cost a lot of money to live there if you're there,
right.
but to build or to buy is hard.
Right. So second homeowners who have been there for many years. My family's 50 years.
Really?
50 years.
But that means you know the community.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah. I came home to be with my mom.
See there? We came home to take care of. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something about that sense of continuity now. When I run into Rick Milkey, all I can see is this wild 17-year-old. He doesn't like me to remember that.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, because I know about him. But they're, were you there when, maybe it was after you moved in, Monterey Lights the Way, when they had that energy?
No, we weren't. His parents were.
Yeah.
But we knew Virgil Bralier.
Yeah.
And he was a sort of a light for that.
Yeah. It was quite something, Dick Tryon said that during that week when everyone was supposed to keep their electricity off, his mother, the senior Mrs. Tryon, closed the curtains and watched the news at night on her television.
Oh, really? They weren't supposed to do anything like that.
No. And then Monterey won second place internationally.
Really?
Yeah.
Internationally?
Yeah, Canada. We were up against
I
towns
didn't know
in Canada.
that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was.
No, we were in Indiana at college at that moment, at that time.
Yeah. Well, Monterey has quite an interesting history, and now it's going through all these new changes. What's to come.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope these second homeowners know the spirit of the town.
Well, that's why we're interviewing you. People need to, how do you know where you're going if you don't know where you've been?
That's right. That's exactly true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So is there any... Where are you? I told you why we came back. And I don't know about the differences. I know there are a lot of changes.
Well, Storrs, from the time that you can remember being 13 and then coming back as an adult, as a married man and with children, were there observations about the town? Did you feel something different, or were there different things that you could do that you couldn't before, or?
No, I think that I did not have a lot of realization about the town of Monterey at any point, actually, because I was close to Gould Farm for a period of time, close to family a long time, and did not have a close association with the town in general.
Right.
When I first moved there 30 years ago, I thought, this is a sleepy town. And what I realized is that sleepy town is full of unusual people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to sort of make the effort.
Yes.
But I think the potluck suppers are something very special.
I do too.
I'm not sure a lot of towns
Do that?
Yeah. Get to meet people and break bread and find out that Storrs was there in 1942. Who would have known, right? And now, what is life like for you here in Housatonic?
We're certainly more oriented toward our living space and development of the property itself, our end of the property. Excuse me. We have connection with the Quaker meeting in town. We have, Shirley and I have been involved with the program. I can't even think of the details about that program for making food available for people.
People's Pantry.
People's Pantry.
I love to go there and work.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done much of that in recent months, but we have over 20 years probably been involved with that program.
And the Guthrie Center is right down the street. The Guthrie Center?
Yes.
Have you been over there?
No. Which is right here.
Yeah.
Yes. Should we? Okay. You mean just show up? Oh.
They have community meals. I believe they might be on Thursdays, and they have lots of wonderful music, folk music, and they have lots of community. It's supposed to be a community center, so you might enjoy some of the offerings there.
Our son-in-law, Rob Kelly, runs the community, Berkshire Sings at the community center, and he's just begun to teach at the Steiner School, high school, and he's a musician and plays it. That's right. And he's talented in his artistic. You see these arches? He made those, and this, and that, just for charm's sake.
Wow.
Isn't that delightful?
Rob is very well known.
He is?
Yes.
I didn't know he was.
Yes. People love to go and listen to him perform and play. Very talented musician. It's a joy.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's a very joyful person when he's performing.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Well, how lucky are you?
Aren't we lucky? We're blessed.
Yes.
We are blessed.
Rob Kelly, who knew? That's great.
So he's the one who did this.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Then,
So it's a new world, but we hope to see you and come back to Monterey.
we'll come to the Monterey potlucks.
Yeah, next month.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't come to the one about the policeman.
Nobody.
Oh, nobody did? Oh,
Very
dear.
few. Like,
I didn't know that. Oh, maybe I should have. Maybe we should have. But we felt we didn't need to be informed about the police. So we didn't come.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those little.
Now, are you going to have an open house when the...
Oh, of course.
Oh, good.
But in the meantime, we're going to have a tag sale
Right,
July 11th.
right. Okay.
Are you on the email list?
I don't know, but I'll write it down and I'll be there. And I'll give you stuff.
Oh, good. July
Okay.
11th.
July 11th. I'll put it down on our calendar.
Right. And then we're having our third Oktoberfest,
Oh, you are when?
October 10th.
October 10th? So, July 11th and October 10th. Okay.
So we'll see you there, and we'll see you in
Yeah,
May
yeah.
at the potluck.
Yeah.
Is there anything else
I can't
that you'd like
think
to?
of anything.
Any historic? I thought the Edith Wilson story that you were telling was very important to tell people. You know, the connections and what it was like to know Edith and work
I didn't
so.
know her well,
Right.
but she would come back to see. She drew up the plans, and we still have those plans, which we gave to Liz and Virgil. And do you know them?
No, I haven't met them yet.
Well, they worked at Gould Farm
Mm-hmm.
for 10 years, and they met each other and married. And he started something called Cooper Reese. Have you heard of that? Well, that's designed. The basis for the design that he came up with came from Gould Farm because they both had lived there. And that is at the western end of North Carolina. And our granddaughter worked there last spring and loved it. But it's just designed very much like Gould Farm. It doesn't look like Gould Farm, but it is like Gould Farm. And maybe even a little better because it was designed for people with emotional problems. And so there's light, windows are very important where these young people live to have all the light they can. And they also have a very healthy diet. So it's a remarkable institution, but they have 2 children living in Massachusetts. And so here they are, they've bought our place, 2 houses, and they've got 4 children. They're going to, one of the daughters is very interested in agriculture, and she's going to, and we've never used anything not natural on the garden, on the vegetable garden. So they're totally the right age to be there because they've got these adult children that want to come home and celebrate, and Liz is happy, so happy to be back in the Berkshires, not for a full time, but whenever they can get away.
Well, that's great that they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And then another generation.
Right. So, and it was Virgil's idea that they buy the building that was the general, roadside. That was Virgil's idea.
Oh, okay.
And he was very instrumental in the growth of Gould Farm.
That's a very important part of Monterey is
Yeah.
roadside.
Yes.
And the harvest barn.
Yes, and the harvest barn. Yes.
If you're on a diet, it's not a good idea.
No, but you get there sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, the fresh eggs.
The fresh eggs, right, and the homemade bread is wonderful.
And the cheese.
And the cheese. Oh, I haven't had cheese. I should check.
The cheese is fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Gould Farm is the most important I think, one of the most important features
Features.
of, yeah, we
Yeah,
have
right.
some people from Gould Farm who have been coming to meditation. We've had a chance to meet them in a different context. And Wayne Burkhart,
Yes.
good old Wayne.
Yes.
You see him in his tractor
Uh-huh.
chasing runaway cows,
Oh, really?
runaway
Right,
pigs, runaway
right,
cows.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
I think there's a danger for Monterey to have second homeowners that have been CEOs or something in New York or somewhere to come in and think, oh, I could save this town. And it's good to have people like Wayne who understand somehow not too much. Don't do too much for the town. Don't change it.
Well, I think what you're hitting on is something very important, that the context of coming from a corporate world versus what we have in our town. You know, we have selectmen, we have democracy, we have a town
Yes.
meeting this week,
Right.
you know, raise your hand, vote.
Yes.
Very, very important. And it's a different culture. And I think that's been starting to happen, is that, you know, like with Monterey 2020, people, you know, want to get things
Oh,
done.
is that the 2020 people?
yeah.
But Barbara and Dick Tryon are part of it. I would think they'd keep them.
It's the coffee club, that coffee club that that Dick met these new, you know, men who had second homes, and they all go to this coffee club, and that coffee club is probably the male equivalent of a women's sewing bee or a quilting circle. So they have brought together many people who probably would never sit down and have coffee together. So different points of view that are very interesting. So people from New York City who have had second homes have their idea of what they want the town to be like. And then you have Dick Tryon sitting next to them, being fourth generation farmer from a totally different perspective, and how they're learning to listen to each other and to understand that there's very different cultures, but that we all have the same goal, is to lead a peaceful life in Monterey. So we're not different, but we come at it from different perspectives.
Right. And that's what's so wonderful about the annual town meeting, is you get to hear different people. Yeah.
Some of them too much.
So you mean you really think there is a danger
Of what?
of a corporate mentality? I don't know.
No.
I just know that people who have been around Monterey will say Wayne understands, and maybe Scott, is it Scott Jensen? I don't know him, but I love his wife. She's dear.
Fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just the election is coming up for select board, and Wayne didn't get his papers in.
Oh, so he's not going to be on? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's like Wayne.
He forgot
Yeah.
to sign the papers.
Oh.
So there are two
So-
people who are John Silbert and Stephen Weiss.
Okay, John Silbert, I think, I don't know. But I have never met the Stephen Weiss, but I've read things that he's written.
Yeah. Well, Stephen's very interested in historic Monterey, and he's also been helping with the one-room school,
Oh, good.
trying to keep that.
Okay.
But yeah, they come from different perspectives about it, and they're younger, and having Wayne off the board is going to be a big culture shock.
Well, what about Scott Jensen?
Scott's on the board.
Will he help keep that? You don't know.
I don't know. So right now it's Scott and Wayne. Oh, Ken Bassler.
Oh, he's good, I think. He would be very good.
Yeah, he came on last year.
Yes.
He's
Yes. He'd be excellent.
He learned what Muriel Lazzarini was trying to tell people for many years. It's 20 to 30 hours a week. It's not a part-time job.
No, it's not.
And they don't get paid. I think
And they
they
don't
get
get
paid
paid.
$3,000 a year.
Oh, that's not much.
So,
It's sort of an old-fashioned Quaker pay. I mean Quaker, Monterey pay.
yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
true. It's very,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in Monterey next month.
All right, and you've been very,
And
very good.
anything else that you think of, just give me a call.
You mean that we've done?
Anything that you think of that might be of interest to the history of Monterey.